Started. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. I am Aiesha Queen, Diamond affiliate here with Vital Health, and I put this call together because all I think about all day long is how can we get people to move the needle in the direction that you want it to go. You all said yes to this opportunity because you had something in mind you wanted to do. Can you type that in the comment section for us? Put it in the chat section. What is it that you wanted to do with your life as to why you said yes to this opportunity? It could be because you just wanted to make an extra couple $100s a week. It could be because you wanted to just be able to work for yourself and not have to work for anybody. Why did you say yes to Vital Health? Because if you just wanted to use the products, you could have just been using the products without even saying yes to the opportunity. And if you just wanted to use the products, you wouldn't even be on this call. I said yes because when this company came into our life, I felt like I was worth nothing. Can you imagine after having two babies and going through postpartum and just feeling like I'm lost? I don't have any skill in the working world. I couldn't just go get a job that could actually finance the life that we built because we have been in the industry for so long. We built a life around the income we had made at one point, and we were no longer making that money. So my husband and I were both struggling. He's struggling because he was out from sundown to sundown just to earn just enough just so that we don't get evicted. And I'm struggling because I'm watching him literally kill himself to bring money into the house. And I felt like I wasn't contributing in the way that I knew that I should have been or could have been. And so I was even telling him at one point, like, you know what? I don't even see a purpose here. Let me just go ahead and help you collect my life insurance. That's how bad it was. Have you ever been to that level of despair in your life? And if you have not, then you don't know the pain of being to that deep, that depth of despair, of feeling like, what is my purpose? What am I like? I gave birth to two children that I'm afraid for their future because we can't figure out how to rebuild this business. And that was the one that we were with before. Not realizing God had me in that low valley because he was going to bring me up with Vital Health. And that's exactly what he did. And so from the beginning of time, when we first started with this company in the last week of September, everything has been so amazing. My body is feeling better. My skin is looking better. My hair is growing better. And my bank account is growing better. And so I just wanted to really be able to focus on you all in this season and see how we can help you all move the needle. I know that, if you've been in this industry, you know that it takes a couple of actions to move that needle. And those actions would be: one, write it down, y'all, inviting to the calls. Not only that, number two, attending every call. Every call that you see that we post, make sure that you prioritize that call as much as you can, because the more that you plug in, the more you will confidently know how to speak about Vital Health. The more that you plug in, the more you'll have testimonies to share with people as you talk to them. When you hear someone whose story relate to something you've heard from a call. So plugging in, one, inviting to every call, two, plugging into every call. Three, hosting some type of information sessions or scanning parties, some type of, it might be a Vital Health launch party via Zoom, or it might be an in-person one. But the quicker that you can start gathering people together to hear the information or experiencing the scanner, the quicker you can build. So plan that ASAP. If you have never planned it, when we get off today, I would really encourage you to plan something where you can meet them at a local coffee shop. You can meet them, maybe you don't want to invite them to your house. Find a park. If you have a computer that you can charge up and scan as many people as you can in the middle of a nice park at a picnic table, do that. Find a way to gather people together, because when two or more are in alignment and in agreement, what does the Bible say? Somebody drop that scripture for me. Let me know. I don't know it by heart. I just know when two or more. So imagine you get 5 to 7 people in one area. They all do the scan. They all agree that the scanner is accurate. Then it's hands down game over. It's hands down game on, I'll say, instead of game over. What is that scripture? When two or more. Somebody drop it in the chat section for me. I see Pascal said help humanity to regain control of their health. And I see that Asia says passive income and more healthy. Yes, thank you for the feedback. And so with that being said, there are levels to your growth and business. And so initially when you first start, you're really like, oh my gosh, I have to get customers, I have to get partners, I have to use the product, I have to get on calls. It sounds like a lot. But when you embed it into your lifestyle, when you embrace it as a part of who you show up as, then it becomes like normal for you to be on the calls. It becomes normal for you to expose people to the products and the good things that they're doing, especially if you're using them every day. So with that being said, I'm going to share my screen because I really want to center this call around how to go gold. Now, before I get into it, let me share my screen. The reason why I chose gold as the target for what we should aim towards collectively as a group is because when you any rank after gold, that's where your monetary bonuses begin. If you came here because you want to make some money and you are excited about the quality of what we are offering, drop a money sign in the chat section for me, because not only by the time you reach the rank of gold will you have money coming in daily, weekly, and monthly, but that's where you begin to actually get into the monthly bonuses. Gold is where the lifestyle rewards come in. So whether you choose the $500 a month for your car payment, or if you choose $800 in free products, you will be able to sell that product and still earn over $2,000 off of your profit. But if you say, you know what, I'm a builder, I don't want to go out and retail $800 every month, let me go ahead and get that $500 on my car, then that's money you can bank on every single month that you requalify for gold. So that's why I love to aim for gold for anybody who's interested in building something big here. Y'all, we have a major advantage in the marketplace in network marketing right now because we have the scanner, we have timing, we have good quality products, we have phenomenal leadership all the way to the top. We have an incredible support system up and down through the company. And so I want y'all to just be able to take full advantage of it. So let's go ahead and talk about this gold strategy. What it takes to hit the rank of gold is 10,000 in volume. All right. And so with that being in mind, every day when I wake up and before I go to bed, I'm looking at the back office. I want you to create a habit in your life where you go look, you log in to your online office every single day, at least twice a day. Once when you wake up, once before you go to sleep. So that way you can gauge where you are, throughout that day. If you're looking at it in the morning, then you can kind of give yourself some type of target for that day to say, okay, this is where I am by the end of today. Let me see what I can do so I can end it at this. That's how you have to look at it if you want to build forward and grow in your business. If you just go day for day and say, it'll happen eventually. What's for me is for me. I'm just gonna, I'll do a little bit here and there. You can't scale that. You can't grow with that. No bit. If someone opens up, if you decided to go and apply for a loan and you open up a boutique or a restaurant and you just did everything and you just opened it up and then you sat inside and you waited. You didn't post on social media, or maybe you posted the first day, but then you didn't post anymore because you don't want to overwhelm your following and you waited. Your location will probably lose money and you will end up shutting down. And it's the same thing when you have an online business, because if you're just sitting and waiting, you will get discouraged, you will get distracted, you will end up sitting and quitting eventually. It happens like at least 90% of the time. And so we want to avoid that. Who comment in the chat section if you do not want to sit and quit. comment, I will not sit and quit. Okay. Look, you have to be able to look at what your business is doing, like you, as if this was a business you paid $1 million for, and you don't want to lose $1. You want to be on top of it. And so with 10,000, that's group volume. I've been in a company where I had to do 10,000 on both sides to even qualify for a rank. So that's the gold, and that's the goal, the goal within the goal of Vital Health. You only need 10,000 collectively. So it's not even just all off of your work. And that's what we're talking about here. Okay. And so gold pays out 13% binary commission on your earnings, your check matching bonus for your personally enrolled, okay, in the weekly binary, and you qualify for a $500 a month premium car bonus. Let me go ahead and take a sip of my concoction. You know, this my collagen and my V Daily. And so um now, understanding what binary activity requirements you need to hit gold. Now, to activate your binary, you need two personally enrolled affiliates that are at 50 PV. Y'all know the scanner packs that we have right now? Those scanner packs give you that 50 PV. So even if someone enrolled at the $2.22, and the scanner packs will be gone, the discounted packs will be gone by Monday. They're getting over $600 worth of merchandise for less than $200 with that scanner pack for $150, over 600. So that's golden right there. Something to definitely drive home when you're talking to somebody about potentially looking at this as a business. At the end of the day, even if you talk to them about getting that scanner pack for their wellness goals and then seeing where it goes from there, like if you that is their way to try it out. Anybody want to try it out, you that's the best way to start while we have that scanner pack, and that will give you the 50 PV, that will give them the 50 PV to be active, right? And so you want to make sure that you had one personal on your left, one personal on your right. That's the starting point. Okay, that's just the starting point. And now you have to maintain a balanced volume of 60/40, meaning if one person comes into your business and they are building, they are running, they see it and they just take off. You cannot hit your ranks with volume only from that one person. And you know what? I love that because I've been in a situation where I felt like, my organization was the breadwinner for the person above me. And now this makes it so that no one organization can be the reason for someone sitting still doing nothing. Okay. And so, with that being said, you want to look at not only having two business partners, but you want to look at having four in total. And I'm gonna get into why four. But the more personally enrolled partners that you have, and the sooner you get them, the more likely you are to qualify at least for silver as quickly as possible. I think that most of us on here have either upgraded or started at the elite pack, which means you definitely, if you upgraded or you started the elite pack, you definitely want to make sure you hit silver as soon as possible so that you do not leave any money on the table. Because remember, you need to be silver in order to get that 1% founders bonus split at the end of the year. All right. And so familiarize yourself with the welcome pack volume so that you can maximize your group volume and personal volume. This is so that when you're talking to people, remember I said look at your volume in the morning so you can kind of gauge where you need to go for the day. And so when you're talking to people, okay, I just need, 200 more points. Let me see what they can do, and then that way I can know what I need to do. And that's the way that I go about it. It's not like I go about it like, let me see if I can force somebody to buy $1,300 worth of products so I could get the volume. I start there because the bigger the package, the more discount that they get. So it's actually a benefit for them to get the bigger packages. Not only that, the bigger the package, the more that they actually start out in business in the binary with. Do y'all know that when people start with the elite pack, not only are you getting 1,150 points in your group volume towards your rank, but they are getting a 20% discount on products. They are getting the scanner half off, and they are starting grandfathered in at 15% in their binary pay. Whereas when you first start, the starting percentage is 10%. They basically bypass having to hit the ranks. You notice that gold said at gold you get 13% in your binary, right? And so when you start with an elite pack or you upgrade to the elite pack, you get grandfathered in at 15% in their weekly binary pay, which means that this can mean a difference from you earning in your first week alone. If you do 1,000 on both sides in that weekly binary, it can mean a difference from you earning $100 or $150. And imagine how bigger it gets, how much bigger it gets as that volume grows. Okay. And so, of course, they get the 45% on the first order bonus percentage. So, you are getting that 45%, where you're getting 300 to 270 on the first order bonus. So when your two new partners enroll, let's say they come in at the elite pack, they're getting all those benefits from the elite pack, including their scanner at half off, and you're getting $270. Plus, you're getting volume in your weekly binary pay, which is where that 15% will pay you out. You get 600 there. And then you get 1,150 in your volume to hit your ranks. And so, um, when you are focusing on building your targets, setting your targets, building your teams, right? One, in order to hit the ranks, anything above bronze, you need 100 PV. So why not? If you say this month, I'm planning to end this month at silver. I'm planning to end this month at gold. Go ahead and do that 100 PV when you place your order. So that way you're not ending the month and forgetting. I saw somebody literally last month. She had enough volume to pay her out at gold, but she did not place a 100 PV. And although I called her several times to remind her to place the order, she still forgot. So she was not able to get paid out as a gold because she only had 50 PV. And so to prevent that, create the habit of doing that 100 PV, which is PV meaning personal volume. That personal volume doesn't have to come from your own bank account. Matter of fact, I was just pulling out some coffee from the closet. So I have a jar that I put all 3 bags of coffee into when I run out. And so I like to blend it so that I'm getting the benefits from all three at once, right? When I shake it up. And I was just thinking, like, I honestly don't feel like I've been spending my money to buy these products because as the money that I get to make because I'm building, I'm basically not having to, I'm like getting product free, kind of. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you look at it when you start really making money every single week. Imagine you're doing 300 to $500 a week. It's not like you have to take from a bill to place that order or to replenish your own inventory, right? And for me, doing 100 PV is easy because I'm using like 7 to 9 different products every single day. And so that's why the inflammation is going down in my body. That's why my skin looks so good. That's why my hair is growing like crazy. That's why my brain is working like a recalibrated computer system these days. I'm able to speak and convey my thoughts a lot better without forgetting what I'm saying in the middle of it. I'm able to, articulate my points a lot better because I'm using these products every day. So 100 PV is easy when you are really a consumer and you're a really believer of what we have. And so when you're looking at that, now the next step is making sure you book exposures. Remember, I said to book yourself some type of vital health meeting, whether it be online, on Zoom. Let me tell y'all something. At the Diamond Retreat that we just went to, we've been doing it all wrong because I think just about everybody on here should probably be already hosting their own Zoom meetings according to how David Neves and all those other people run their business. Let me tell you what they said. Week one, you do. I do, you watch. So this is how it should go, right? Imagine if you had your business and when you got started in your first week, you did 3 to 5 virtual meetings or in-person meetings. If you are local to a Rosalie or a Pascal or a Femi or a Kiran or myself or Joy, if you're local to anybody that can meet you in person to do in-person meetings with you, that's even better. So imagine you do 3 to 5, right? And then the second week, it is we do it together. So first week you watch me do it, the second week we do it together, the third week you do it, the fourth week you teach it. That is how they operate. Brooke, David, all Miles, all those people that we watch every morning when they do those morning AM powers, that is their I guess their method of operation for new people. So we're kind of behind when it comes to that. So who on here feels like they're ready to host and do their own virtual or in-person meeting? Drop it in the comments. Let me see who's ready. Comment ready if you're ready to do plan and execute your own meeting, and we can help you be extra prepared. We'll do a one-on-one call with you. We'll make sure that you have everything that you need to have to make sure you have a successful meeting. Okay, so with that being said, it says aim to book 10 to 15 exposures in 3 days. So imagine if today is your day one, and it could be because we're only halfway through the month, right? We still have 15 days. A lot can happen in 15 days of me starting. Matter of fact, I was at the rank of gold in like 15 days. So imagine, how much can happen. Now that's not normal, but I'm saying it's possible. If we operate like a machine and we are working together, we are all in alignment, everybody is moving. That's how you can get your business to grow fast and far. Okay. And so if you aim to book 10 to 15 exposures in 3 days, exposures could be them watching a YouTube video, them getting on the opportunity call, or them meeting with you to do a scan. Just get 10 to 15 people. If you say 3 days, that's 5 a day. So today, can we get 5 people on that testimony call tonight? Comment below, comment I'm in the chat section if you agree that you're going to aim to get 5 people on the testimony call tonight. Y'all, what time is the testimony call? Is it 7 Eastern? I think it's 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If you can, and this is what I want you to do to do that, right? I want you to think of 5 people that if you was going to have a birthday dinner on next Saturday, who would be the 5 to 10 people you would call and say, "Hey, I'm having a birthday dinner next Saturday. Can you meet me at such and such restaurant?" I want you to reach out to those people, and I want you to just say to them, "Listen, this may or may not be for you, but I really want you to get on so that you can hear about what I'm doing and how it's changing people's lives. That way, you'll know how to support me if it's not for you." Can you imagine if you said that? Do y'all need me to repeat that? This may or may not be for you, but I'd like to invite you to meet me on this testimony call tonight so that you can see why I'm so passionate about this. I'm doing a call. Give me 1 second, y'all. What? Okay, now back to what I was saying. If you meet me on this call tonight, I'd love for you to, this may or may not be for you, but I'd love for you to see what I'm doing so that you can see if anybody comes to mind that you can refer to me. Anything like that. Just, I want you to hear what I'm doing so that you can either join me or support me. But it's too incredible for me not to let you hear it. Okay? And so if you are consistent at doing this, let's say you do 10 to 15 exposures over the next 3 days, y'all, you're going to recruit at least 2 people, 2 to 3. If you do 15 exposures, you will bring in 2 to 3 new partners. I could bet that. And you will sell some products. And so, with that, if you're consistent with that method, today is Sunday. Let's say if we start today, today's day one, you get 5 people on the call tonight. Tomorrow, you get 5 people on the call. Tuesday, you get 5 people on the call. Now you're going to be following up with these people by Wednesday and Thursday to close them, get their questions answered, get their products sold, or whatever the case may be. And so then by Friday, you do another 3 days, 10 to 15 exposures. That's how you can create momentum in your organization, because now those people that's joining you in business, you're going to teach them. Remember, you do I do, you watch. That's when you start implementing that with those new people, right? And if you don't know how to do that yet, you plug them into your upline so that your upline, like myself, like Rosalie, like Pascal, like Femi, can help you with them to help get them prepared to launch their businesses. Now, I know a lot of people have probably been thinking, I don't want to create a top 50 list, but if you was having a party, or I have a old friend that had a wedding and turn it on, it's not dead. I have a friend that had a wedding and she paid, oh boy, at least 20,000 for this wedding. And can you imagine if you planned a wedding and you paid 20,000 to hosted at this place for about 6 hours? You're going to think of everybody. You can to turn it on. I don't know how to turn that on. Give me 1 second, y'all. So when you create this list, it kind of gives you like a customer service, what is it called? CRM, customer retention method. Well, having a list in front of you allows you to one jog your brain. So you can remember people that you wouldn't just normally think of to contact. So that's why having a top 50 list of contacts is very helpful, actually. So if you've never made a top 50 list, I believe you should do that today, right away, so you can use that list to drive your business. Then you can start making notes beside their name. Watch the video, don't want to talk about it. Watch the video, ready to join on Friday. Watch the video, or it's meeting me at a Starbucks on Wednesday. That way you can start having like some kind of database for you to refer back to. So then a week from now, you go back to that top 50 list, you know what kind of conversations you should have with these people that you talk to. But what tends to happen is we just go through our phone and we send a message or we make a phone call. We don't have a list to go back to. And then a week from now, we feel like I don't talk to everybody. I don't know what else to do. I always go it through my messages and I see people who have said, follow up with me on Thursday. I'll be ready. I never followed up with them because I never added them to a list. So I forgot to follow up with them. I'm helping you prevent that now. And so when you create this list, it gives you like a customer service method to be able to follow up and actually revisit conversations you had. And quick start, there's a launch brochure that I've posted in the group chats. It's a David Neves created it. Y'all go through that launch your business, your vital health business brochure. Go through that booklet, that I don't know what to call it. Go through that book, right? And it's a PDF, and follow what it says. When it say post on your social media, post this, all you got to do is change the middle of it to fit your verbiage, okay? Change it to fit your story, add something, take something away, but post what you see in that PDF on your social media. Use that to like help you with content creativity, because it's so much information. It actually also tells you how to invite to calls. So if you open up that Launch Your Vital Health PDF and you use that. And matter of fact, there's a training on that PDF every Monday night. Remember in the beginning, I said tune into every call. You tuning into the calls, you will see that training on that PDF as to how to utilize it to launch your business. There's a training on how to launch your business every Monday night. All right. And so that's how you build momentum. Now, you do have to have some builders in your organization in order to hit ranks. And that's the whole idea of this. If you're looking at this to say, I want to create legacy income, I want to build a big business, I want to go diamond, I want to hit gold. The fact of the matter is, we need people to lock arms with in order to hit these ranks. We cannot go gold. I mean, you could go gold all of your own efforts, but it would take either a very influential person, which 90% of people are not that influential, or it would take a lot of work. And so if you don't want to have it all on your back to make it all happen for you, imagine if you help those 4 people I mentioned in the beginning. If you help those 4 people aim for the rank of silver within their first 2 weeks, you are gold. So how quickly can you get your new partners to silver? And who's on here that's not silver yet? Can we aim to help you hit silver over the next 7 to 10 days? Imagine that. And so Use a first pack strategy, focusing on the welcome packs, because like I said, with those welcome packs, each of them have volume, right? And so those welcome packs carry the most volume. And so I don't practice signing people up at just the membership a lot. I mean, some people will have to start that way because they don't have the money at all and they want to get in. I understand. But my conversation first is always, let's focus on the elite pack, because you get the most benefit from starting with the elite pack. And then if they say that is way out of my budget, I absolutely can't do it. Instead of me automatically dropping it down to, well, you can just start at 170 and get the basic pack, I ask them, what is in your budget? Between, if that elite pack 1200 or 1400 is not in your budget, how much between $200 and 1000, how much fits in your budget so that you can maximize on your starting point by getting the most discount, the most weekly binary payout, and getting, the most product. I always ask them that. So imagine if you ask that question to people who are about to join you in business. You would be able to sell those in between bundles a lot more. And then when they go to upgrade, you actually don't pay the same amount as if you start out. So let's say if a person starts at the $600 pack and they go to upgrade, their upgrade will be the other 600. If you start at the $170 pack, your upgrade will be about 900 and something. That's how it works. So them starting where they are, their upgrade will only be the difference. So they still get a benefit even if they start at one of the middle packs. And those middle packs are equal playing field, whether it's the 300 pack or the 600 pack. You can scale your business off of the volume that you get, and they get the most for their money because they actually get a discount on the products that way. So looking at this, in week one, launch your affiliate journey by enrolling at least 2 affiliates and achieving your first 100 PV through personal activity and customer sales. All right. So week two, focus on building momentum by increasing your group volume and engaging your team, ensuring everyone understands their goals, and is motivated to achieve them. In week three, you will support your builders' growth by conducting training sessions, sharing best practices, and help them book exposures to maximize their potential for success. Week four is about solidifying your goal status by ensuring all metrics are met, bonuses are unlocked, and preparing for ongoing success in your affiliate journey. A fifth week can be used to evaluate progress. Let me tell you, you don't want to wait until the end of the month to look at where you are and try to rush to your goal. So maybe right now you say, I want to hit goal, but it's looking like with my schedule and what I know about my current network, I might can hit gold next month. Let me aim for silver, because maybe you've been here for a while and you haven't recruited anybody, or maybe you've only recruited one person. And don't look at recruiting. I want y'all to look at recruiting people into Vital Health, putting them in a position to be healthier and make money. If you're making money, if you're getting healthier, why wouldn't you want to recruit people into that? Right. So there's a different mindset that you have to have if you really want to build. Some people look at recruiting as, let me recruit you so I can make money from you. Let me recruit. But that's not the case here. Yes, there's a great benefit to earning that fast start bonus. There's a great benefit to earning that volume. But the bigger benefit is what's going to happen for them when they actually utilize the system. So get excited about that first, and everything else will fall into play if you make it about what they will achieve. Okay. And so, with that being said, do anybody have any questions about anything I've shared? Let's see what the comments are. Anybody have any questions? I think that, let me see if I can make it so that you can unmute. I would like to have a conversation now to make sure that everybody got, there you go. You can unmute. So if you have a question, you can unmute. And so with this call, my hope is that one, we all collectively will get at least 5 people on the testimony call tonight. Because remember, over the next 3 days, let's aim to get 10 to 15 exposures. Maybe you have 5 people meet you at a Starbucks tomorrow. You might get 5 on the call tonight. You get 5 people to meet you at a coffee shop tomorrow. And then you get 5 people on a Tuesday night call. Or maybe by Tuesday night, you host your own presentation. You can get the slides from any of us. We'll give you the slides. And all you have to do is read the slides and talk about what your experience has been like so far. So you can start hosting your own. And maybe you can even get those 5 on because you can tell them, I want to get good at this. I would like for you to join me on Zoom so that I could practice on you. Imagine that. Thanks, Pascal. I would like for each of us to aim to either hit silver by the end of this month or help someone on our team hit silver. Silver is 2,500. Because guess what? If you help 4 people hit silver in your organization, you will end the month at gold. People are not saying yes and paying their money to be a part of this just so that they could say they did. They're saying yes and paying their money to be a part of this because they want some sort of outcome. So let's reach out and make sure that they know what it takes to get the outcome that they're looking for. Let's reach out and give them ideas. I even sometimes like to be on Zoom. Pascal and I will sit on Zoom and we'll do a working session for an hour where I'll just share my screen and I'll just be sending messages and having conversations. You could do that with your people, or I'll do that with you. Just let me know. Send me a message and say, hey, I want to do a working Zoom with you this week because we can work together. Okay? Because I'm still very much so in the grind, just like y'all are. Because diamond is not my end all. Like my end all is the top. My end all is creating 25 diamonds before next year. I want 25 of y'all to be diamond before next year so we can all go to the diamond retreat together. So do anybody have any questions?
Which color of diamond?
Which color of diamond do I want to be?
No, I want to create.
Oh, and just hey, it takes the basic first diamond to get to the retreat. So if
Okay.
we can get you there, if we can work together to create the first diamond, then by the time you hit diamond, you know how to get to the colors by yourself.
All right.
Each one reach one. Each one reach 20. What's your rank goal for the end of this month, y'all? I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording now.